friends, myself Dr. Kanshamal Jadhav, DKV Arts and Science College, Jamnagar. In this video, we are going to discuss about electronic displacement. Electronic displacement is very important because due to this electronic displacement, many reactions takes place, and this basically depends on the density of electrons, which ultimately is related to polarity, and these polarity give rise to nucleophilic and electrophilic substances or species. Basically, there are two types of electronic displacement: permanent and temporary. Under permanent displacements, inductive effect, resonance effect, and hyperconjugation effect can be considered. While for temporary, electromeric effect is considered as a temporary effect. Inductive effect, this is denoted by I, capital I effect. This involves sigma electrons, that is sigma bond electrons, that is the electrons of covalent bond between any two atoms. This arises due to the differences in electronegativity between these atoms, and this ultimately is due to the degree of polarity. This produces partial charges on respective atom. Whether the atom or an element is an higher electronegativity, it will gain a partial negative charge, while the other atom which is attached with a bond will gain a partial positive charge. Let us take an example of chlorine-carbon bond. Here there is differences of electronegativity between a carbon atom and chlorine atom. As we all know, chlorine is higher in electronegativity compared to carbon. Hence, these bond pair electrons will be shifted towards chlorine, which will create a partial positive charge on this chlorine atom, and on the other hand, the carbon atom will bear a partial positive charge. This is denoted by delta positive and delta negative. There are two types of effect: positive inductive effect and negative inductive effect. Positive inductive effect arises due to the presence of electron releasing group. Such groups which pushes the electron towards carbon atom, or the group which releases the electron, which donates the electrons away from themselves. One such example is alkyl group. Here you can see methyl group has a tendency to push the electrons away from itself. So, if there are two methyl groups, both the methyl groups will push the electron towards the center carbon atom. And if it is attached, the carbon atom is attached with 3 carbon, which we consider as tertiary carbon, it is attached with 3 methyl groups, then there will be higher electronegativity produced on this carbon atom. Thus, positive inductive effect will be more in case of tertiary carbon and very less in case of primary carbon. As you can see here, tertiary carbon has a higher positive inductive effect compared to primary carbon. Negative inductive effect, which is denoted by -I, is such groups which withdraws the electron, which have a tendency to take the electrons away from the carbon atom. So they gain the electron bonds towards themselves. These groups are called as electron withdrawing groups, or it is also known as electron attracting groups. For example, NO2, the halogens OH, 66H5 are the groups which have the tendency to withdraw the electrons. Let us take an example of a nitromethane. Here, nitro group has a tendency of withdrawing electrons towards itself. So, the bond pair electrons will be shifted towards nitrogen and away from the carbon. Now, this effect is not only confined for that particular carbon to which that particular group is attached. It is transmitted along with the carbon chains. Let us see, for example, a carbon chain with chlorine. Chlorine has a tendency of -I effect, hence this is called as an electron withdrawing group. So, this group will tend to take away the electrons from carbon atom, but the tendency is higher. That doesn't mean that the effect of this fluorine minus I effect is confined to this one carbon only. It is dispersed, or it is also transmitted to the along the carbon chain. Although the effect will be less effective, the tendency of that effect will be decreasing, but it will have some effect on the carbon chain. Next is resonance or mesomeric effect. Here, this is also a permanent effect. It involves pi electrons of double bond or triple bond. It may also have interaction between the pi electrons or pi bonds or the lone pairs. Let us see what are the possibilities of resonance. The first possibility is when conjugated double bonds are present. That means double bond, single bond, double bonds, alternate double bonds we can say. If there is a presence of a conjugated double bond, there is equal probability or possibility of resonance, as you can see in this structure. Second, when double bond is in conjugation with a positive charge, as you can see, the positive charge is in conjugation with double bond and hence give rise to a resonating structure. There are two examples which explains how resonating structures can be produced. Third category is when the double bond is in conjugation with a negative charge, similar to positively charged. If it is in conjugation with negative charge, it will give rise to resonance. Fourth possibility is when a double bond is in conjugation with lone pair. Similar to negative charge, here also lone pair will take part in the resonating form and give a resonating structure. This is an example of how the lone pair takes place in resonating structure of a phenol. Last, the double bond is in conjugation with a free radical. Here, the free radical we can see is in conjugation with double bond and hence give rise to a resonating structure. So, there are 5 possibilities of having a resonating structure. Types of resonance. So, there are basically 2 types of resonance effect, plus R and minus R effect. Plus R effect are effect in which the atom or group loses the electron towards the carbon by resonance. That means it pushes the electrons towards the carbon. Such group will be classified as plus R effect group. Here bromine is such an element which pushes the lone pair electron towards the carbon atom and giving rise to the resonating structure. Same is the example of OH. Here OH, oxygen has a lone pair which offers the electrons towards the carbon to give a resonating structure of these benzene rings. So Br and OH are the, we can say, that are the group or atoms that loses the electron and have a plus R effect. Same way, such atoms or group which withdraw the electrons from the carbon atom are said minus R effect. Now let us say example of NO2 and CHO. Here NO2 is withdrawing the electrons from the carbon atom, giving rise to this resonating structure. Thus NO2 will be considered as minus R effect group. Similar to NO2, you can see the structure of aldehyde benzaldehyde, where CHO is acting as an electron withdrawing group. That means it is withdrawing the bond pair electrons or pi electrons from the ring system, and this give rise to the resonating structures. So this is how the minus R and plus R effect is taking place in the resonating structures. Next is hyperconjugation. Hyperconjugation is nothing but a no bond system. Here, when a carbonium ion, that is carbon atom with a positive charge, can show a no bond resonance with adjacent carbon hydrogen bond. Thus, there will be dispersion of this positive charge throughout the molecule or throughout the structure. This is known as hyperconjugation, or it is also very well known as no bond resonance. This effect is given by Baker and Nathan. Let us take an example of ethyl carbonium ion. Here, the carbon atom with positive charge will be in hyperconjugation with the CH bond of the adjacent carbon atom. So there are 3 hydrogens possible with the adjacent carbon atom. Hence, there will be 3 possible structures of hyperconjugation or no bond resonance. These are the 3 structures as you can see, there are three CH no bond system, where you can see the hydrogen is bearing a positive charge. This means there is dispersion of positivity throughout the molecule. Similarly, isopropyl carbonium ion, which has an adjacent carbon having 6 hydrogen CH, 2 carbon having CH6 CH3, so it will give rise to 6 resonating structure, or tertiary butyl, which have a carbocation which has 3 carbon atoms having all of them having 3 hydrogens. Hence there are 9 hydrogens, hence there are 9 structures possible. So tertiary carbocation will have more number of hyperconjugation structure or no bond resonance compared to secondary, primary and methyl carbocation. Next effect is electromeric effect. This is only one temporary effect, because it takes place in presence of some external force or external reagent. This is complete and instantaneous transfer of pi electrons of a multiple bond. Let us say, for example, C double bond C, C double bond O, Cn, etc. are some of the examples. Here you can see there X minus, which we can say as a nucleophile, is attacking on the pi electron system and is attached, giving an intermediate. And in second example, there is an electrophile, while plus is attached which acts as an attacking species and attached to the pi electron system to give an intermediate. So based on the attacking species, electromeric effect is classified as plus E effect and minus E effect. Plus E effect is the effect when pi electrons are transferred towards the attacking reagent. For example, here CC double bond is attacking the H plus, which is an electrophile, and giving an intermediate. Whereas in minus I effect, the attacking species with the electron pair attacks on the substrate, that is carbonyl compound. Cn is attacking on carbonyl compound, that is nucleophilic attack is on carbonyl compound. So this here carbonyl compound will be acting as a minus I effect group, whereas C double bond C will be acting as plus E effecting group. Thank you so much.